What's going on, guys? So Logan Paul pretty much has decided on his route right now of fame, fortune, and complete assholery is to sue Coffeezilla. Now, at first, he was already going to do it. So, to get you caught up, Coffeezilla did an expose talking about CryptoZoo. CryptoZoo was this big thing that he was trying to promote, and he was supposed to be the head of, and he was going to do all this stuff, and he was going to make money, basically, NFTs and like crypto coins and stuff. And the dumb version of it is, it looks like a lot of the allegations point towards it was a scam, and he wasn't going to, honor the word of giving anybody their money back. Now, that's where a second video came up, and the second video basically stated, hey, he never actually gave the money back to, the majority. He just kind of refunded some people, or more of a buyback, basically giving money back for the NFTs, but a lot of people that had stuff like the crypto coin or whatever, for the eggs and stuff, never got their money back, and there's this whole ordeal going on. Well, being all these were pretty solid videos, and it looked like the evidence was pretty cut and dry, even though Logan Paul got his feelings hurt and had this whole video basically saying that he better drop everything he has, get some lawyers, lawyer up, and get ready to be sued for defamation or whatever at that point in time. That was towards his CryptoZoo. And I guess somebody on his PR team may have wised up, was like, hey, pay attention. Don't say that. That's stupid. Just apologize, accept what he said, and just make it look like you're going to do something about it. And that's basically where he was going to do something about it, and a lot of the allegations right now is he didn't do everything he was supposed to. But that's, pretty much rich people in a nutshell 90% of the time. They just do whatever they want and don't have any repercussions. And then there was some tweets where he's still trying to address it. Coffeezilla, still trying to address the situation with all the alleged scamming.
Logan Paul is suing me for CryptoZoo, only a year after he thanked me for it. Rather than pay back his victims fully, Logan would rather publicly humiliate himself in court by accusing me of defaming him. He's hired 5 lawyers to sue me, which he hopes will stop me from exposing him again.
I want you to think on that. That's 5 lawyers. Okay, anybody that's had to deal with lawyers are expensive. They're not cheap. They're not, some do pro bono work, obviously, but that's 5 lawyers. One, they're putting their entire reputation on the line to represent somebody, quite literally for a frivolous case that seems to be for bullying purposes, to try to get him to not release any more videos about any of this, because, there's still more stuff coming out for other potential lawsuits that Logan Paul himself is going to have to deal with outside of suing someone else. Now, to get back to the 5 lawyers, like I said, expensive. Here's the big problem with 5 expensive lawyers on a case that could take a little while. That money could have been going towards giving money back to the people that were a part of this CryptoZoo allegation, and how he was openly saying he would love to give them money back. Now, from what I understand, all the allegations are pointing towards he did not give the money back to anybody outside of the actual NFTs. So that's still a lot of people who never got their money back, and some of them, for whatever reason, unfortunately, foolishly gave him money in hopes that it would grow something like that. But yeah, those 5 lawyers that he's paying for, he could have went back to financially reinstate a lot of the people involved with the CryptoZoo issue. And if he would have done that, that probably would have saved him a little bit more face. But he didn't, and it actually gets just a little bit worse because of the fact it's a defamation lawsuit. Their claims are complete shit.
There's problems. Logan's 5 lawyers tried to discredit me as a journalist. They paint me as someone who wanted money. They say I had a false and malicious narrative.
So they're claiming he did it for money and only money, which, okay, first off, he has millions of subs. He gets millions of views. Does he get something financially? Is he financially compensated for it? Yes, he is, obviously. He makes a good living doing this. Now, he doesn't make the millions and millions of dollars that a lot of people would make, because his videos take time, effort, and a lot of research for him to be able to do these. And he doesn't pump them out as much, and his other channel is not as profitable as this one would be view-wise, stuff like that. So that's the big thing. While he's still making a good living, you got to think they're going after his character now. Obviously, the whole lawsuit, I think, is to kind of diminish his credibility as a journalist and quite literally just say that he is a money-hungry person, which I think is kind of reflective on the person that's doing the lawsuit. To me, Logan Paul is well, both Paul brothers, honestly, are some greedy bastards. A lot of YouTubers and a lot of people that have grown, Mr. Beast has been pretty much being put out there, all seem to be congruent with one thing, and that's like a very horrible greed problem, where it's just all they see is money, and they chase all these green check marks going through their, Social Blade numbers and stuff like that, or their studio, YouTube studio. They just love seeing all those positive numbers instead of, I don't know, being a human being behind this.
If you want to support this lawsuit, the best way is Coffeezilla.store. You have 14 days. Or you can support on Patreon. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.
Now, I left the end in there, so if anybody doesn't want to go actually watch this video, that's what he's doing to try to bring money up so he can fight this in court. It's going to take him a lot of money, let's be honest. And I hope he wins. I hope this goes through and they have to pay him out for wasting time, wasting the court's time. If I had to guess, because this is going to go federal, they're probably just going to throw it out and go, you're idiots. This is a squabble. This is internet beef. This is stupid. It's wasting our time. And I hope that's really what happens. And then Logan Paul has to pay everything out of pocket, which would put him in a bigger, problem, because he's got a couple lawsuits coming his way from other companies, which I can't address because I don't have any of the information. But what makes it funnier is he's trying to sue somebody while he's actually being sued. So I think it's 2 lawsuits on him and 1 that he's doing on Coffee. And another thing, I've been watching Coffeezilla for a long time, and I'm not trying to stick my neck out there, man. But like, he seemed pretty genuine from the time that I first ran into one of his videos. I can't remember exactly when it was. It's been a while, but I've been watching his videos pretty consistently on anything that just piqued my interest. And there's a lot of wild things he's exposed, and a lot of weird, obscure reasons why people would do it. And that's what I like about his, videos. He knows how to still make them entertaining. Sometimes he's a little goofy with it. And at the same time, his integrity to me is like spot on. It's bulletproof. He, don't get me wrong, he skews the law a little bit. Like we'll say with consent on like phone call recordings, where he's in Texas, you can get away with it because it's one-party consent. And where he may make a phone call is 2-party consent. And I guess it, runs in his favor, which, don't get me wrong, it's legal. So, but it skews the line a little bit because, like, somebody else doesn't technically have a one-person consent law. But at the same time, I'm okay with it because, I mean, he's literally using everything at his disposal while still keeping in contact, being a person, being a human being. And as far as the financial bullshit that they're trying to throw at him by saying, oh, he's just doing for money. I mean, yeah, he's getting paid for it. Let's not try to kid ourselves. But he's not making like millions of dollars in views and all this like Logan Paul does. And I doubt he's like ruining his, ruining him financially, because Logan Paul's still making positive numbers. WWE, Prime, even if he gets, these lawsuits against him go through, he's still going to make a lot of money off of all of these. I mean, he has sponsor deals. He has his podcast. He has all these things that's financially backing him. I mean, he's literally worth like $150 million. That's his net worth. That's not including what's probably in his bank and what's financially rolling through. That's just his assets and like his ownership and all these different things, all these cookie jars that he has his fingers in. So I don't think at any point in time right now that anything's going to happen. I doubt his face has been ruined in any way, shape, or form because of the fact that he's done a lot of controversial stuff. As early as The Tree. If you know about The Forest, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, he decided in a lapse of judgment to go to a very famous forest for people that will cut their off switch in Japan. So like he's the earliest of assholes that decided to go be a problem in Japan. And basically while he's recording in this place, which is very famous for a lot of people to just be gone, and recorded him right there, didn't care, and then went and edited it and posted it to the internet for everyone to see. And it took a while for him to go, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And he deleted it, and he made this very unapologetic apology, to me, in my opinion. It seemed like it was just super, forced. He was just doing it as a PR thing, just to try to save face. And if he was able to survive that, and the multiple accusations of, like, scamming and stuff like that, and cutting corners and a lot of things, I don't think he's going to get ruined from this. I think the defamation lawsuit is going to be pointless and thrown out. And I think pretty much all this is going to come back full circle, where the videos are still going to come out. He's still going to get more exposure, and people that are diehard fans are still going to follow him. He's still going to make money off Prime. He's still going to make money off WWE. Nothing's going to ruin him. I mean, you can't get any worse in WWE anyway, when one of the biggest owners was like shitting on people, when he was basically also pimping people out, is about the most polite way I can put it. So if he is working in a company that had an owner like that, and his Prime energy drinks are still selling, yeah, no, this isn't going to hurt him. Which, by the way, still good on for Coffeezilla to expose him anyway, and to be going up such big giant. But yeah, that's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.